Okay, guys, welcome back. Welcome to 2023. And as I was just mentioning, happy to be able to share some of this information because it's something I've been working on with Niken Corporate personally with Luis Kasuga and his team, which included the marketing team, the legal team, the IT team. Everybody was involved in this because you can't just say, hey, we'd like this. Can you do it? There's a lot of people that have to answer to that as to what can be done. So some of the changes that you're seeing are because of the limitations of the current IT. I discovered in the last meeting with Niken that there was an IT upgrade coming toward the end of the year. This is a major upgrade, like a complete systems upgrade. And so we have this window of 2023 to transition in our way of thinking and the way we do things so that when they do come in with the revamped comp plan and so forth, and all the back office information tech, that we will be able to simply seamlessly migrate into it. But in the interim, this 2023 posed its own solution for the agenda, which is growth. The agenda for 2023 is growth. I don't know if you guys have any connections to other network marketing companies or not, but it seems to be everybody in network marketing got the same message. And the message was, okay, everybody, let's hunker down and focus on growing organizations this year. It's like everybody is doing it. So I've got friends and colleagues in other companies that are really high level. And it's like we all intrinsically, intuitively all understood that when there is a downturn in the economy and the impending downturn for 2023, what happens in network marketing in the 30 plus years I've been with network marketing is network marketing actually spikes. And the reason why network marketing all of a sudden becomes palatable to people who have maybe rejected the idea or absolutely committed not to doing network marketing, change their mind about it, is desperate times leads to opportunities. And people are sometimes in a position where they have to make different decisions, change their strategy. Network marketing is the low-hanging fruit. It's the simplest way for somebody to step into an income opportunity without a lot of exposure, and they can create quick and immediate cash returns. So there's not a lot of that out there. I don't care what other business you're looking at. There's simply not as many benefits as there are in the network marketing model. So that's why network marketing companies, and us in particular, are focusing on growth. So but in order to be effective in growth, one of the things that we've needed to address this for a while, and Niken has finally addressed it in this first iteration, is compensation at the beginning. People who just enroll in the business. So for instance, you probably found selling the product was very profitable, especially a product that you can make a high return on. Niken's products are high ticket, high tech, and high touch. So that creates pretty nice, sizable commission checks versus, a thing of lipstick or a jar of skin cream or whatever. That's not high ticket. That's not going to yield a lot of money. It takes gobs of people to make any money in that scenario in the direct sales strategy. Whereas with Niken, one sleep system, one waterfall, whatever, you got some cash flow. So Niken's direct sales opportunity has always been incredible. And it's just as incredible, if not more, given what we're going to talk about in a minute. And then, but the problem was when you enrolled as a consultant, because you want to make money, you're encouraged to go out and enroll other consultants, or they want to enroll because they want to save money. And the next thing you find yourself is you're at the same commission level as them. And so you're not making any earnings on their purchases until you're into the bonuses, which is in the executive and beyond ranks. So it kind of sucked. And there was a reason for it not being there. Niken has always been shy about tripping the wires of the FTC, who are scrutinizing our industry always. And they don't like things like bonuses on products being sold, with these startup bonuses, things like that. They always frown on that. So Niken has found a way to actually go around that, and has come up with the solution that you're going to see. And it was input from not just myself, but you guys. Your input was fed straight to the company, and then there was others involved as well, who were high-level Nikken consultants who were really basically they were helping because they really liked the idea. So their endorsement of the idea made it possible for Nikken to go ahead and commit to it. So let me share with you what's changed, because these changes all impact the income stream, especially at the beginning of the business. Okay, so let's talk about this new strategy. I've got you guys all on my screen. Let me see if I can switch over here. Okay, so powerhouse is a term that you want to become very familiar with. So imagine back before this year, the first incentive in the Nikken comp plan was the Power Start. And that was to do 1,500 points. Well, the Powerhouse is really the powerhouse. It's way more potent. When you see how this generates income, you're going to really be amazed. I think this is, let me slide these guys over again. So let's go through this. First and foremost, what's changed? So there's now a new rank between direct and executive. Executive, as you know, is 1,500 points, and it was over 3 calendar months. The 3 calendar months is gone. Now you might think, wait, it took me 3 months to get to blah, blah, blah. The truth of the matter is that change, when that was put in place, was looked as an advantage, that now we give people more time to achieve a rank advancement. The problem is it killed momentum. There's a price you pay when you make a change like that. And the price we paid was not enough people were advancing in rank beyond just the executive rank. And so when you kill momentum because you give people more time, just think of it this way. If you give yourself, the whole week to clean your room, chances are you're going to take the whole week to clean your room. But if you give yourself today to clean your room, you're going to clean your room today. So the same thing gets done. It only gets done in a shorter period of time. And remember, network marketing is about a little bit getting done in duplicates. And the sooner it gets done, you're able to take advantage of the most important concept we have going for us, compounding. I'll give you an example. They did this example. I don't know if I wrote it down. I did write it down. So if you compound a penny every day, you guys know this one, right? You get 2 pennies the second day, 4 pennies the next day, 8 pennies. By the end of the month, or let's just say by the end of the month, it's like $5.2 million. That's incredible, right? At the end of 30 days. Do you know what it is if you compound every other day? In other words, instead of doubling it every day, you double it every other day. Do you know what you end the month with on the 30th day? So 5.2 million is if you compound every day. If you compound every other day, it's $183.60. That's how incredibly important it is to understand compounding. Whatever you're doing in life, whatever goal you're setting for yourself, if you compound it daily, it's going to multiply at a rate that's unbelievable. If you do it every other day, the compounding effect is dramatically reduced. So just remember that as a golden thread. So if we can create activity in our business and shorten the amount of time for that activity to be duplicated, we compound that effect exponentially. And so now what we start to see is the potential for people crashing, breaking through executive, going on to silver, going on to gold, and so forth, which is the way it used to be. I mean, you've heard some of our past war stories where we do 20,000 points in a month and we were breaking silvers left, right, and center. Well, as we gave people more time and reduced the volume requirement, it didn't increase the number of people going silver. It didn't do that. It slowed everything down. So it was the absolute opposite effect. It's like changing the recipe on a great cake, and now all of a sudden the cake just doesn't taste the same. It doesn't come out the same. So this change of reducing the amount of time it takes to get something done is massive to the compounding effect. And two, By creating a rank called senior at 500 points versus executive at 1,500 points, you now have a starting rank for people to focus on. I know when you got started, the first thing you wanted to do was get that executive rank because that was the first advancement in rank, the first point of recognition in the compensation plan. Well, if you can help somebody achieve a point of recognition in the compensation plan earlier, sooner, how does that impact the compounding? It multiplies the compounding. So by creating a rank at 500, which is 1/3 of the senior rank, or the executive rank, excuse me, calling it senior, then we're creating a point now where people can attain that probably in their initial order. Chances are almost most people who are doing this as a business will do it in their initial order.
But how can they if it's a PGPV requirement?
It's the same. It's PPV, PGV. PGPV is encompassing all your volume, which includes your personal volume. So it's personal group volume. It doesn't have
to come from a group? It doesn't have to come from a team member?
Nope. It's volume. And it's group volume. So it's not just your personal volume, it's your group volume, but it could be your personal volume. So now by having that, so going back to, for instance, a water pack or any of those other packs, a person purchasing a pack would immediately experience their first advancement in rank. What happens when they get an advancement in rank? Recognition, movement in the compensation plan, and now they're at a bonus level. Now they're able to start earning that 5% rebate / override on people they're enrolling in addition, or sales that they're making in addition. So you've created a win at an earlier stage in their development, which will multiply and duplicate much, much faster. So we'll see a lot more advancements in rank because most people joining will become a senior. There'll be an announcement they've advanced in rank. You'll start to see those things. And what you see, what they say, what you recognize multiplies. So when we start to recognize those early achievements, it's going to create a multiple. And of course, 3 seniors, if you sponsored 3 people who become senior, that volume would generate a 1,500 point volume. You'd become an executive. So you can see how that's going to perpetuate volume growth. So the benefits are, of course, 20% retail profit, 5% now rebate and / override on your volume henceforth. So this new rank really does a lot to accelerate activity in the compensation plan. And it's likely the place that people are going to start at. Now, an update on the executive rank, same volume requirements. The difference is it has to be done in 1 calendar month instead of 3. And again, for all the reasons I've already mentioned, massive change, massive benefit. The benefits for executive, as you know, is 20% retail. Now you're up to a 10% rebate and or override on your business activity. Another update is the silver rank. Again, same volume requirements, same leg requirements, 1,000 outside primary, 500 outside primary and secondary. That's not changed. The monthly qualification, that's not changed. 100 points personal, 1,500 group in order to receive your leadership bonuses. Now, what has changed is massive, because if you are a silver, then you probably, if you didn't do the math, you didn't notice this. But those of us who know the business know the math. You still have your 20% retail profit. That's unchanged. However, now your rebate and or override is not a variable. It used to be 15% or 20%, depending on whether you had 1,500 PGV. So let's say you sold a waterfall as a silver. You'd make 15% rebate on that waterfall sale unless your group volume was 1,500 that month. If your group volume was 1,500 or more, you'd make 20% rebate on that waterfall sale. If you sponsored somebody, you'd make the difference between your rebate and their rebate as an override. But if it didn't have 1,500 points, it would be 5% less. It's not 5%. It's 5% of 20%, which was a difference in cash of 25%. So Niken has put 25% back into the pockets of silver. That's a 25% net increase in income to the silvers. That's huge for the same activity. So if you imagine everything you've done last year as a silver, you'd earn 25% more. So that's big. And that's I can't compel you enough to understand how important that is. And let's see. So now the volume is in 1 month. The chances of that happening, if you've not done it, I want you to think about when you actually made your run for silver, how much of that volume came because your efforts were more organized. In other words, silver is really a campaign. It's not a slow drip. It's a campaign. To campaign that volume requires a focus, an effort. And so that brings it back to what is the goal of somebody who is already at the silver rank? It's to help others achieve silver, to help campaign somebody, which is essentially to help launch somebody. So now we need a launch strategy. Now, I've been teaching launch strategies. My presentation is called a launch strategy, but we need something more. Now, there's one other, and we'll get to the launch strategy in a moment. One other benefit, one other caveat for the silver rank. There was a point in time, it didn't affect any of you guys because of the way you were building, but there is a possibility in the past where if you help somebody achieve the rank of silver and you weren't yet silver, if you didn't have the outside leg requirements, they could bypass you. And in order for you to get them back, you'd have to go silver the next month without the benefit of their volume. That's gone. So Nikken took away a roadblock. It hasn't impacted you, doesn't impact many, but it's just something that didn't need to be there. So they've eliminated it. Meaning, if you're lucky enough to find somebody as a brand new person who runs up to silver, you get the benefit of that person for life, period. You don't lose that person just because you didn't meet the requirements for silver. So you could be an executive with a silver on your team. So this is what it looks like. Nikken's
Wait, you get their leadership bonus? I'm confused. Sorry.
You don't get a leadership bonus on your silvers if you're not yet a leader, but you don't lose that silver in your downline.
They're still part of your PGPV.
They're part of your leadership volume, but you don't get the benefit on leadership volume until you hit the rank of silver. In other words, you don't lose that person. They don't become somebody else, your upline's downline, even when you go silver or gold in the future.
Was that a thing?
That was a thing. It didn't affect you guys because it doesn't affect many people. You don't hear much about it, but it's still in there and not necessary. So now it's eliminated altogether. So now you can say, is there a chance that you could lose your downline? No. There was in a very unlikely way, but it was still there in the fine print. That's gone. So there's no issues whatsoever with the possibility of you bringing somebody into the business and not benefiting from them going forward. So this is how Nikken redrafted it. You know the way I draw it sideways, but anyway, you can look at this. It's in your back office. There's a lot of really nice stuff in the back office. I put it up on your chat as well. So now let's talk about this incentive program, because this is where this comes to life. The idea of Nikken's incentive program is to build a business plan for the compensation plan, okay? It turns the compensation plan into it creates a strategy to achieve advancements in the compensation plan. So this is what it looks like. I really like the way this is designed because it's very simple. On the left-hand side, this is our startup. The reason why they have restart is because we're right now in a very special window. January, February, and March, everybody in Nikken has been grandfathered into what we're going to present next, this powerhouse incentive. So everybody has a chance to restart, if you will. But henceforward, come April, it'll be startup, coaching, mentorship. So these are the incentives. One is to help people start up. The second one is to coach people. And the third one is mentoring. And there's 2 tiers of mentoring. And with that comes obviously benefits. From the coaching and mentoring come travel club benefits. There's some pretty amazing travel rewards, one of which you can thank Sophia and her team for putting together, and Nikken running with it. So she can tell you more about that one. But let's talk about this initial one, this startup one, the powerhouse. That's the name of it. By the way, this incentive program replaces all the previous incentives. So all those ones that we had, Team Kaizen, all that stuff, gone. It's all about this now, and this is focused on growth. So let's look at how this powerhouse works. It's a simple idea. A powerhouse is an activity that creates a specific result. If you have 3 new customers and 1 new consultant with a minimum, the customers have to purchase the PieMag waterfall on a special site with a special link. We'll talk about that. When they do that, that waterfall has been this program. So everything in the shopping cart is as it was, with the exception of this program. If you want to engage in this program, there's a specific site, a microsite that you use to engage in the benefits of this program. So it's been specifically designed to be a kick start for somebody new in the business. So here's people who purchase a waterfall as a customer, plus 1 person who enrolls as a consultant and does 500 points, again, maybe achieving that senior rank. Then that creates what we call a powerhouse. And for creating a powerhouse, there's a bonus. What's interesting is this powerhouse can happen right now for all of us in January, February, March. We're all entitled to this bonus right now in January, February, March. And there's no limit to how many powerhouses we can create. None. We'll continue to receive those bonuses one after the next. However, come April, only somebody who joins starting April will be entitled to the powerhouse for the month they join, plus the 2 following months. That'll be a program specific for new enrollees, okay? So it's the program I would obviously choose as a rule to get somebody launched with, because it's going to maximize their earnings. It was put together with this waterfall and structured the way it was so Nikken could pay. Essentially what Nikken is doing for the Coles Notes version of this is Nikken is forfeiting some of their profits. The upline who earn 6%, they're forfeiting some of their profits so that they can enrich the profits to the new person and the person who sponsored the new person. Okay, that's really cool. And so here's how it works. So you start a wellness home with your PieMag waterfall, this new consumer of yours. If you have, for each waterfall on this link, you get a cash bonus of $60. This is not your retail bonus. This is not your rebates or overrides. This is a cash bonus above that, okay? So above your typical bonus is a cash bonus of $60. This is US, by the way. So someone having 3 new people start up with a waterfall, which, by the way, why the waterfall? Because it was very obvious to Nikken and to you guys, it's the easiest product to talk about and to sell. So here we go. 3 waterfalls, that's $180 in cash bonuses. If you did that in your first week, for instance, that's $180 immediately, US. And how they would do that is there's a Start My Wellness Home link. There's a special link that you'll find. I'll show you where to find it in your back office. Now, right now, you create that link specific for the person you've enrolled or the person you're selling this to. But there will be, I'm not sure exactly what the date is. I'm told soon, like in this month, there will be just a link. You'll just have this one special link. It'll be something like my company's Good Vibes, or you Sophia. So it'll be like sophia.mynikken.com/my wellness home, something like that. So that link that you can give to a customer would bring them immediately to a place where they could place an order for this waterfall. And that generates that traffic for you. Now, develop one, that's the powerhouse. Develop one new person as a consultant who does 500 points, and that entire thing, 1 consultant and 3 customers is a powerhouse. There's an additional $120 US cash bonus. Okay, so now when you look at that plus the retail income you would generate from the sales of your waterfall, and this is of course based on you not being anything more than a new distributor, $180 bonus for 3 waterfalls customers. $120 is your powerhouse bonus. And then the retail income on those items, again, not including rebates or overrides, is $280. So $580 US. Do the math in Canadian. What is that in Canadian? 3,618 is about $700. It's about $700 Canadian is just the bonus over and above rebates and overrides. So if you're silver right now, you're really cooking. If you're executive, you're at 10% on top of that in terms of rebates and overrides. So this is a huge windfall for somebody getting started in the business if they're looking for immediate cash. So what are they looking for if not immediate cash? Somebody wanting to do a business. So I can offer somebody a way to make quick money, big money in a short period of time. That's just one powerhouse. It has to be done within a calendar month. How many can I do?
Why do
As
you
many
need
as you want.
why do you need a specific site for this?
Because it's the only way for Nikan to have engineered the back office to be able to generate the commissions for this, for them to segregate it from the general catalog and the pricing structure of the general catalog. Remember, they're doing a special pricing for this
Oh wait,
waterfall.
What's the special pricing?
For the waterfall.
What is this price? The pricing?
We'd have to go to the site to actually look at what it is for the consumer.
Like you're saying that for the 3 people, it's essentially like, hey, use this link. I have a like special deal for you.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, so now, there is an incentive for the consumer, by the way. I believe it is free
asked a
shipping.
good question in the chat.
Oh, what's the question?
It's does it count if they order the water pack or just the waterfall?
Waterfall.
Not water pack.
No, it has to be the waterfall, and there's an incentive. I believe it's free shipping. This is the only place where one of the only places you're gonna find free shipping
Well, how
for
would
the
that
waterfall.
how is that really fair? Like, what if someone orders a full pack?
They can order a full pack
I know, then it
subsequent to
just-
this.
Yeah, but then it doesn't count.
No, everything counts, Savannah, but this has to happen in order for this to count. They have to use this link for this waterfall in order for this particular program to be affected. So if you want to help somebody make the most, what you want to do is you want to encourage them to sell a waterfall. Then they can go back to that consumer and start talking to them about other items as a follow-up. But if we're in a fast pace, we're in a launch mode, you don't want to get too detailed, you don't want to get too bogged down. Show them how to buy one thing, how to sell one thing, and maximize the commissions on that one thing, and then show them how to go back and upsell. So the benefit to the consumer is there is a benefit, free shipping. Okay, so now here's an interesting thing. Question came up was, well, hey, if one of my customers turns around and decides next week that they want to sign up and do this themselves, can they be the distributor who does 500 points in the powerhouse? And the answer is yes, they can. So you can convert any one of those 3 consumers into a consultant. They do their 500 points. Let's say they buy a pack. And now you have a powerhouse completed. So great way of helping somebody get started. So there's no limit to how many you can do in a calendar month. And so you want to help somebody do as many as they can in their launch window. And their launch window consists of the month they joined plus the 2 following months. That's their launch window. So any questions so far? We've covered all this. So let's have a look at it again. Customers 1, 2, 3 plus a distributor. However, as I mentioned, any one of your customers could be that distributor subsequently, but they first have to be a customer. So we want to get people into the habit of this protocol because this is going to earn them the most money, and it creates a path for enrollment. It's ideal if somebody enrolls as a consultant if they've been a customer, and it's typical in network marketing that your best prospects for your business are your customers. So here's an example that is laid out for how to generate some fast money. And I'm going to show you how to do that, how to go and take this to silver and earn around $2,000+ taking someone to silver. So let's say you become a customer and then you become a distributor afterwards. Now, your first customer, you know what? I'm not sure how he laid this out, why it's all 500 PPV, but he's assuming 500 points is the volume that customer is going to generate. Then they become a consultant after that because they like the products. Then you get a customer. Then you get another customer. Then you convert one of your customers into a distributor. Then you get a third customer. So it could happen that way. Then you get your second distributor. From your second customer, you get your third distributor. So this is an example of somebody just simply converting their customers, getting their customers and converting customers to distributors. There's over $630 in bonuses in that alone. Let me show you the next thing. Keep getting powerhouses going. Second powerhouse, third powerhouse. This is going to generate the volume that takes you to silver. So 3 powerhouses creates a silver. What's the net income? $1,900. That's US. Okay. So this is a really amazing thing that a person can actually generate $2,000 going silver. I don't know. I think, Sophia, if you recall, you made $1,800, something like that, over 3 months going silver. Here is 1,900 times 3. It's about $2,300 Canadian. 236. Yeah, no, but $2,500. $2,500 Canadian going silver in a month. Our strategy would have been this. Now, it's a lot more impressive to tell somebody, how would you like to make an extra couple grand this month? I can show you how. Versus how you like to make a few $100 this month. You know, I think it was what's his name? My friend Richard Brooke, who said, if you can't show somebody how to make more money than an Uber driver sitting in a car, you know, they can make $2,000 in a month sitting in a car. You got to be able to show them how to generate an income that can grow beyond them sitting in a car being an Uber driver. And here's an example. We can show them how to make almost $2,000 US in their first month. So another idea would be helping. Okay, so now we're drilling this down. Customers 1, 2, and 3, out of which comes a distributor. And then you bring your distributors in and you start duplicating this. So here's what happens when we start duplicating. You start earning income from helping your people duplicate. This is an example of somebody generating first new prospect. Let's go from the left-hand side. New prospect, first as a customer, then becomes a distributor, then finds 3 customers. Okay. So 3 customers, becomes a distributor, finds 3 customers. I should have studied this a little bit better. This is Dave's PowerPoint, so I'm not sure if he's going from left to right. The right side is the bonuses generated.
I think he's showing, like, you have your powerhouse, which is 3 customers and a distributor.
Yeah.
And then that distributor
finds their customers in a distributor.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So here are the bonuses that are being earned along the way. The results is $900 total earnings of you helping somebody. So now what this is showing here is, for me helping my distributor duplicate, I'm making an override essentially of $900. That's US. It's over $1,000. So it's profitable for the person getting started to do this, and it's super profitable for the person who's overriding this. Again, the problem we had in the past was you didn't make this kind of money unless you were silver or above. And now what we have is it's available to somebody, low-hanging fruit, it's available to everybody. If we take this one step further, so what we're talking about now is creating essentially 3 distributors who each do a powerhouse. Okay, so if I do a powerhouse and I help my 3 distributors each do a powerhouse, total volume is 6,000 plus. I reach silver, and my income going silver is 2,000 US. So let me see what this one here is. I've got to move your faces over to one side to get this. So does this make sense to you, what you're seeing here? Every time I create a powerhouse, I'm overriding and I'm creating volume, and that is moving up. So a person can reach silver doing 3 powerhouses, generating $2,000 in income. This is me helping somebody. John gets, so this is not me. This is me doing a powerhouse. Then my distributor is doing a powerhouse. So 3 powerhouses is going to create the 6,000 in volume. However you slice it. So I gotta read this left to right here. So each powerhouse will generate a minimum of $580 in income. And when you add in rebates based on your rank achievement, it's going to be well over $600, $675. These are US, depending on the rank of the consultant. The volume generated on this will be a minimum of 1,404 points. Each new customer's volume will be 468 points. So that's how much volume comes from this special program. It's 468 points for a customer for a waterfall. And the distributor volume, of course, has to be 500 points. So that's 1,904 every powerhouse. Therefore, if we do 3 powerhouses, we'd have 5,712 points, and then add a balance of 288 points to get to the silver rank. So where would that 288 points come from? Pretty much either you buy it or you sell it. Essentially, you're getting to silver with 3 powerhouses. And the estimated income is between 1,800 and 2,000 US. Keeping in mind, customers can buy more than just the waterfall, but it has to be done in a separate order, okay? So that answers your question about other products. So now, what does this translate for you, Moya?
Well, I did have a question on whether or not I could rank up using the powerhouse, so that kind of answered that. So, yeah.
Yes, you can.
It's exciting.
You have this month, next month, and March to be, it's like you're brand new. Niken's grandfathered you, everybody, into this program. So it's like, hey, it's your first month in Niken. You got the next 2.5 months to take advantage of this powerhouse. So set a goal to achieve your first powerhouse right away.
Oh, it's only for the next 2 months.
January, February, March.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's for us, for all of us in Niken. But come April, if you sponsor somebody in April, they, not you, have the powerhouse program and a launch window of April, May, June. Okay, so what it's creating is a launch window and a way to create high levels of cash flow for somebody new in the business, doing what we want them to do, which is sell products, sponsor people in a simple path, a path that they only have to really learn about one product well enough to be able to sell that product, which is the waterfall. And they're going to use that special website in order to create. Now, let's talk about the point of view of the sponsor again, because it's important to know how worth it is for you to duplicate this. So Niken, when you do a powerhouse, when somebody does a powerhouse, they earn that $120 cash bonus for completing the powerhouse, plus the bonuses on the volume purchased, right? But what does a sponsor earn for helping somebody do a powerhouse? It's a $200 cash bonus. So right now, as a sponsor, you could be earning $200 as a cash bonus plus overrides and rebates, right? For helping somebody complete a powerhouse. So they have to complete the powerhouse in order for you to get that bonus. But now there's a bonus for you to help them do a specific task. And it's a very rich bonus if you consider the volume. So all of this it's like a fast track to getting somebody into an income stream, into a rank, into a business, into a path for duplication. And I mean, it's like putting fuel on the fire. If you already like Nikken, a program like this, had you had this program last year, would have been putting you guys so much further ahead. You'd have crushed it. You'd had so many more people in your organizations because it's so duplicatable and profitable. So, any questions? Here's a sort of a recap. Each powerhouse will generate a minimum of $200 for the sponsor. And when you add in overrides based on rank, it could be almost $300. That's US. So as a silver, for instance, it'd be 3, 4, 12, but about $420 helping somebody do a single powerhouse. So helping somebody go silver, multiply that. Could be worth $600 to $700 plus those overrides as well. So very, very lucrative. $1,000 helping somebody go silver.
So
And
when it talks about helping someone do a powerhouse, and then you get this bonus, and then you're helping that person get to silver, that bonus multiplies. If you're helping them get to silver, then you're not helping the person under you do a powerhouse. You're helping their new consultants do powerhouses as well.
No, this is what you're looking at on the screen here is you're helping somebody do 3 powerhouses to go silver. In this
So
example of the cash flow,
that person then has to get 9 customers and 3 consultants.
correct. So that's
Okay.
back to the example that I started with, where you
Right.
end up with 9 customers. Kind of interesting that these numbers line up with this whole chart here. This chart is 9, 3. So your 3 are your consultants, but in order for you to get 3 consultants, you'd have to have 9 people say yes. So that would be the equivalent of 9 customers who did at least a waterfall. Okay. And out of those 9 customers, maybe 3 end up getting started as a consultant and do 500 points by their own pack or whatever. So it's a mirror to this launch strategy. But now we know what the numbers are. Now we know what the income is for doing this. And what exactly are we focusing on? The waterfall. So it brings this strategy to life and shows us the pay. And the thing that's important about showing people the money is that's what business people want. That's what people who want to join a business want. They want to know, where's the money? Show me the money. And this is a way to say, okay, for the next 2.5 months, 3 months, let's focus on this startup because we're accumulating customers and consultants. The rest of Nikken is the rest of Nikken. Everything you've learned to date, the sleep system, the nutritionals, all that's still there. It's a lot to learn for somebody just starting. Let's teach them one thing that they can do really well, they can duplicate really well, and it's been greased so that it's extremely profitable. Then when they go back to their consumers and follow up for their filter replacement, whatever, then they have that ability to sell that person what they've learned since. In 3 months' time, you're going to learn about other products. In 3 months' time, you're going to probably be using other products, right? So it's a really simple way to help somebody ramp up a business in Nikken without overwhelming them, but making it super profitable and focused. And I think that's one of the challenges you guys had said. There's a lot to learn here, and it takes time for somebody to get ramped up. In this case, you're limiting what they're learning on purpose because it's more profitable for them if they learn this simple idea, this simple concept. So we've already talked about this. Essentially, this is just the way it looks like in the actual incentives program. You can read it. There's going to be recognition, of course. Nikan is going to be recognizing these achievements. Let me see if I can rearrange this. This is all screwed up. There we go. Top sponsors, Start My Wellness Home, and top sponsors of Nikan Powerhouses. That's going to be recognition. Let's see, what else? I think that's it. That's all those. Let me show you the links. So now, if you go into tools, go into your back office, My Nikan, click on tools, you're going to see business tools. When you click on business tools, this is what you're going to see. Start My Wellness Home. This is, of course, the link that you want to give to your customer purchasing the PiMag waterfall system. Build My Wellness Business. This is the link that you're going to want to give a new consultant. Now, from what I understand, until the link is ubiquitous, right now, they have to enroll as a consultant. They have to be enrolled as a consultant. Then you go and generate the link for them in your back office. But once they've connected the link, they didn't have enough time to put this all together. But once that's launched, that won't be an issue. You'll just have the one link. So even the concept, Start My Wellness Home, Build My Wellness Business, that's the language that we want to start using and let people use and become familiar with, because it creates a clear path. I'm starting my wellness home and or I'm building my wellness business. Those are two different ideas. Agreed? You like this? So here it is in the back office. In order to create the link, you first need to create a customer account with your new customer. Same for the consultant. They need to have an ID and be registered before you can create a link for them. This is this interim period until they get the dots, until they connect all these things. So here's what it is. And there's an expiration date on the link. So they only have 15 days to get this done. Okay, so you know where to find it, right? Under tools in your back office.
Do I have 15 days to click on the link and sign up, like create their
to order their product and take advantage of that. Yeah, so that the idea behind that is create a little bit more urgency so it doesn't take forever, right?
Gotcha.
And same with the wellness business. If you click on that link, you generate the link and you have to enter the consultant ID number. So these ID numbers have to have been created in advance. They have to register first as a consultant. Again, as I'm saying, this is only because this inconvenience is only there because in order for them, the programming, they didn't have enough time to launch in 2023. So they're closing the gap on this. Now, what happens if you register as a wellness business? When they click on the link, here's what comes up. Check it out. Oops, back up. Notice there's different packs. These are new. The concept behind here. The Legacy Pack, Relief Pack, On the Go Sport Pack, Office Desk Pack, and their pricing is very specific. The way they're presenting this. So you can order any of these packs.
Why does it say price and then value added? Oh,
Because
it's
they're
like
throwing
bonus
products in there.
products?
Bonus products down below.
Oh, I see. So once somebody has to be a consultant first,
Yes.
and then they go into this.
Then what happens is you generate a link for them and send them that link. They click on it and this is what comes up. They can now start the process of their shopping. Right now, it's a two-step process because of what I said. Eventually, what it would be is a one-step process. You just send them a link before they've enrolled, and that link will walk them through the enrollment process. leading them to this page.
Do they have access to all the other products, or is it just these packs?
Yes. In this link, it's just what you see. But they always have access to all the products that Nikan has. Remember, as a consultant, you can go shopping any which way you want, but they're not going to get these benefits. They're not going to get the value added.
Mm-hmm. But this is
So-
what needs to be activated to hit the powerhouse incentive?
For the powerhouse, you need 3 customers on the consumer link. On the
Mhm.
consumer link for a waterfall. That's it.
Yes,
Then
I
you need
know.
1 consultant who does 500 group volume, total points volume.
So not necessarily through this portal.
Doesn't have to be this. It's
Okay.
ideal if it's this, only because this is also going to maximize your profits. This is a special pricing scenario. And a
Mhm.
special pack configuration that only a business builder would be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's just, and like the rest of the products, they're still available. It's just these packs are here and only here. So, not sure what I'm looking at here. Tracking of pending powerhouse. So you can track this too. Track your powerhouse date, powerhouse bonus total. So there's a separate link here in tools for tracking. So you can see where you're at in terms of the powerhouse. So think of it like a game inside the business. It's like a game that we're playing to help people get up to speed, generate activity. It's like holding a hand of cards. You want a good hand, right? This creates that hand. Okay, so that's that. Any questions?
In regards to those packs that you see, you sign up a new consultant. Those packs are only for them, right? Like we won't be able to access those packs. Okay.
Yeah, it's only in that link for getting somebody started. Yeah.
Cool.
But like I said, right now everybody is brand new. We're all grandfathered into this right now.
So we could access the packs, or
I'm wondering, I haven't tried it myself, but if you put your ID number in, I'm not sure if it'll give you that link for you to access those packs
okay, I'll
yourself.
check it out. Sorry guys, I do have to hop off. I have,
Yeah, no, good. I'm glad you came. Thanks for joining. Listen, I'm here to serve. I'm here to help. Right now, if you've got people who want to make money, we now have a plan where we can confidently say, I can show you how to make money. I can show a person how to make $5,000 in 2 months. So with this plan, it's 5K in 2 months going gold. I didn't take you to the rest of the way. So there's going gold, then there's the mentoring 18K club. So now there's a mentoring program where you get paid to help somebody do this. Doing an 18K, and 18K is help 3 people go silver. That's 18K doing this program. So if you've done one, do another one the next month. Do another one the next month. You did the 18K. Now you got $1,000 cash bonus for 18K US. So there's more stages to this. I just wanted to give you the low-hanging fruit here. But there's Nikan has designed this properly to reward growth. And that's what we're going to focus on in 2023. So I'm here to help you do that.
Thanks, Mike. We appreciate you.
Pleasure. You guys got anything before you want to leave? Sam, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
And
Been listening. I'm like, my wheels are turning now. We're
listen,
getting
if you need more
excited.
time with me to go through this, Sam, or come up with a strategy around this, please call me directly. I've got nothing but time on my hands to help you with this. So,
Okay, I definitely
Sounds
will.
good.
all right. Okay, guys, have a great night. Thanks for plugging in. Sophia will post this link. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks
good
so
night, guys.
much, Mike.
Thank you.
Bye.